There's something about appointing a test match captain that is different from, say, a white ball captain. I mean, even there, you need to be tactically astute. You need to get the best out of your players. But that's over 3 hours, over 8 hours. Tours end very quickly. When you're test match captain, so much changes. For a start, you're captain over 15 hours sometimes. You're captain over a long tour. Things change, conditions change, situations change. The way people look at situations, that changes enormously. You almost see the whole world change in front of you over those 5 days. And that is why, while you must be very good at your primary skill, while you must be very, very good at man management, at understanding people, character becomes a big part of a test match captain. And that is why over the years in literature, in cricket lore, captains have always been put on a pedestal because to be test match captain requires you to show a certain character, a certain personality. And that's why I'm intrigued to see where India are going to go. I think there are four options. I think there's a left field option with a fifth as well. So today I'm going to look at Shubman Gill, Jasprit Bumrah, Rishabh Pant, KL Rahul. I'd love to look at someone like an Ajinkya Rahane as a short-term prospect because he's a wonderful man manager, very good tactician, proven captain at test match level, and there's a batting position vacant at this stage at number 6. But I don't think the selectors are going down that path. Let's look at KL Rahul. He's had a career that's more turbulent than he would have liked it to be. In and out of the side, in and up and down the batting order. I don't know if he still knows what he is. Is he a middle order player? Is he an opener? When is he what? I just think the time has come to leave KL Rahul alone. Say, I think you're probably India's number one test match batter. Some of you might contest that, but I think when on form, he could be looked at as India's number one test batter. Or the next 2 years, just think about your game. Go and score all those runs. Look, I don't think he wanted to be captain at Delhi either. So give him a batting number for the next 2 years and say, just go and max your talent, your ability at that number. I think it should be number 4, but that is something for a lot of other people to decide. I'd like to see KL Rahul in this setup, in the absence of Kohli, occupying that number 4 slot. You're going to look at Rishabh Pant. There's lots to be said in favor of Rishabh Pant. He's an automatic choice in the side. He's a very high quality test match keeper batter. He's bubbly, he's smart, he's aggressive, he plays with a smile, wonderful attitude. There's just one thing that worries me about Rishabh Pant, and that is, does he enjoy captaincy? I know he wants it, but does he enjoy? I've looked at him at LSG, and to be honest, there's lots of factors there, but he's looked burdened. And I think that as a keeper, as a primary batter in this side who might be expected to bat long, it might just be asking too much of him. But even that I'm not concerned about. All I want to know is, does it burden him as a person? Will it cause him to lose his bubbliness, his aggression? If that happens, then no, that is far more important to India than making Rishabh Pant the captain. My first choice, without a shadow of doubt, is Jasprit Bumrah. For many reasons. Bumrah is widely respected. He's on top of his game. He's a once-in-a-generation player. He's very smart, very astute. He's a bowling captain. Pat Cummins has been that for a long time. Sometimes you think, nah, it's asking too much. He'll underbowl himself, overbowl himself. That's underestimating Bumrah. I think he's very astute, very clever. He likes captaincy. He's done well at captaincy. So I think there's very little coming in the way of Jasprit Bumrah becoming captain of India except one, critical. I don't think there would have been any doubt in anybody's mind before that last day in Sydney. If Jasprit Bumrah is going to play 4 out of 5 test matches in England, he's my automatic choice as captain. You can have Shubman Gill, vice captain, captain in waiting for that one game. But if Bumrah is only going to play 3 test matches, which is the buzz going around, then you can't have a situation where, say he's playing 1-3-5. You have Bumrah for 1, Gill for 2, Bumrah for 3, Gill for 4, Bumrah for 5. there's suddenly a different personality, a different approach. I know the coach is similar, but suddenly you're looking at different people. The players are confused. I don't think that is going to work. Even if it's going to be Bumrah 1-2-4, Gill 3-5. I think if Bumrah is playing four, as I said, Bumrah is captain. If Bumrah is playing three, then I think it's very difficult to look at Bumrah as captain. Leaves us with Shubman Gill. I've been very impressed with what I've seen at Gujarat Titans. Tactically, he's been good. I'm not always certain that's a leading indicator what you do in T20 versus what you're required to do on a long, highly talked about test tour. But yes, he's been tactically astute. It's not affected his batting form at all. But I've liked the calmness with which he's been captain. I've liked his demeanor. He's made the most out of a side that nobody thought would be where it is at the moment on the table. And I'm being very honest, nobody thought that. But he's handled his bowlers well. There's a certain calmness about him. My only concern with Shubman Gill at this stage is that he's still on his way up in Test match cricket. He's still proving himself as someone who can be good enough to have a very long Test match career. He's averaging mid-30s after 30 Test matches. And I'd like to believe that this is the stage where the takeoff happened. It certainly happened for Virat Kohli. Be with careful about putting those two names together all the time. So that is the one thing I'm worried about. Should his batting form dip? Will it affect his captaincy? Should India be at the receiving end? Will it affect his batting? We don't know, but you'll never know until you put him in. But he's got his qualities, but I think by elimination, if it cannot be Bumrah, then I don't think you can really look beyond Shubman Gill. What I would like to see about Shubman Gill is that he's his own man, that he's not concerned, not obsessed with the perks of leadership. It is one of the most difficult jobs in the cricket world to be captain of India because of all the attention that comes around him, or the pedestal you're put on. So I hope he's not worried about the perks. I hope he's not worried about what people are saying about him. No, Shubman, never ever worry about what people are saying about you. Don't worry about creating an image for yourself. No, your deeds will speak for you. So that is the first thing I would look for in Gill as captain. I would also like to see how he slowly ascends to a leadership position as a batter as well. There's been some parallels drawn, for example, with the team that MS Dhoni inherited, where a lot of the batting stars had suddenly left. But remember, in that transition phase, Virat Kohli, you knew, was already going to be a very good player. Rahane and Pujara had maxed the domestic scene. There was never any doubt about the fact that they were going to be very good players, and there was sadly the very little talked about Murli Vijay around. The task before Gill is a little deeper than that. Don't think first-class cricket in India is throwing up the same long-form batting talent, not short-form, long-form batting talent. I don't agree with the way our domestic cricket is structured, with the number of first-class teams that we have. I don't think there is very hard, tough domestic cricket that is throwing up ready players. So I think he might look around and find a certain shortage of batters who are good enough to go out and play Test match cricket for India. I hope I'm wrong. So lots of challenges, but of all the contenders, my number one choice is Bumrah. If he is going to play enough, if he's not going to play enough, then as a whole, let's everybody get behind Shubman Gill.